Greetings, I, TheWarOwl, greets you, and I'm going to be showing you here once again another 5 vs 5 Counter-Strike global offensive match. And this one is going to be between Dignitas and Hellraisers from Face It. Now, I know what you're thinking coming into this thing. Who is this guy, and what has he done with my AZ? I believe he's just a stand-in for AZ. This is once. And then I know what you're thinking. Who's this guy? He's a bit simple. And what did he do with my Adren? Well, guess what? I don't think Adren plays anymore. So that's both Adrens no longer playing. Alright, Dosia gets a pick over here on the player who was playing outside. He's dead. This is a big opening for the terrorists. They're going to be able to take that outside control. Dupree moves up from Sneaky, from Secret, trying to make something happen here. They're going to be splitting A, though. Dupree will be behind them. Good nade. However, he did go down. Dupree now moving in to make something happen, but a full armor by these terrorists will allow them to quickly and easily dispatch of Team Dignitas, and Hellraisers will take that pistol round. Now, a pistol round win on T-side nuke is huge. We should expect to see an armor pistol buy here from Dignitas. It's generally the safer thing to do on the second round. Nade buys by Device and Fetish, and no armor. It's interesting to see. It looks like they're going to be stacking, nade stacking outside. Let's see if these nades are going to make something happen. As the terrorists are pushing, here they come. Oh, it took Dosia down at 23 health there. That's actually quite significant. Once holding down ramp here. They don't know about Zypnik's right around the corner, though. So even if they take out once and then decide to push, there's a player in position to make something happen. Device creeping around Secret. Once again. I like this. They're holding off the positions that you can take. So bomb site B and then outside. So they have a two-player stack here outside and a two-player stack there at ramp, actually rotating Dupree upstairs, since the exposed place is going to be upstairs, just rushing upstairs. There's nobody there, except for Dupree now. And terrorists continuing to push at ramp. They are able to take that position, haven't pushed upstairs just yet. Zypnik's able to finally launch his trap. Oh, Fetish pushes in here. This is aggressive. Nice pick, though, on Kutcher. That was actually excellent aiming there. Terrorists now getting ready to just burst 3 versus 3 into the bomb site. Fetish already rotates back into position, but not able to hit that shot. Thanks to that unfortunate... Oh, excellent shot by Dupree. And now just one player left, that's Dosia, and Dosia is super low at 23 health. Device is going to go up the ladder. Dosia's in that site. They're going to push out at the same time. And Device takes him down. Will be defusing that bomb, and that was an excellent eco round there from Dignitas. An excellent second round buy. The nade stack worked, the positioning worked, they positioned themselves, and I really like that eco setup there, CT side eco. So the positions that they were watching were outside and ramp, and these are the two positions that you take before you set up a bomb site take. This leaves A really exposed. They could have easily just burst in here. There's nobody to deal with. So that's all on Hellraisers, just playing a standard game there. There's not really much you can do to predict that. It's just a really smart setup by Dignitas. I always like watching Dignitas because they're super smart. But smarts is not everything in Counter-Strike. You also need the aim. You also need the individual skill. And Dupree trying to spray that player down. Terrorists taking outside positioning. Now they can either split A or go to Hell. We're going downstairs with that. We have Zypnik's watching for Hell. Terrorists are going to be going this way. Probably going to be boosting up to take Heaven. And we see Angel now. Oh no, actually coming into Hell. Zypnik's right around the corner there. Once in there as well. Angel trying to spray him down. Zypnik's not moving. Just making sure they can't go up that ladder. Now they're boosting up to go to Heaven. So they're going to put 2 players up here to boost one up. A little bit confused, a little bit communication issues, like who's actually going up? It is going to be Dosia. And he is in Heaven now. This is huge. Device is watching it, though. Device is aware, knows exactly what they're doing. Zypnik's has given the intel. Now that they've cleared Heaven, they're moving up, and oh, Dosia does take him down. Terrorists from all sides. Counter-terrorists getting shot from all over the place. Oh, once with his premiere here on Team Dignitas gets taken down. But yeah, I don't think AZ has retired or anything. I think he's just filling in. Alright, and Zypnik's will save, run back to the site, live to fight another day with his armor and FAMAS, and Hellraisers takes that. Nice job. And that just came down to Hellraisers locking down position on Dignitas, and we saw Dignitas players couldn't even see Hellraisers, but they were getting hit from all over the place. Taking that outside control, boosting up into heaven, and taking that bomb site. Difficult to deal with. You think, well, maybe Zypnix could have gone up the ladder instead of staying down inside of hell. Wasn't really effective down there. There's nobody really watching up in the heaven. Device was trying to watch heaven, but a terrorist moved in from the other side. And Dignitas' sort of spread out positioning definitely did not favor them in that sort of a take by Hellraisers. And you say, well, what if they were able to hold off the outside push? What if the player didn't get picked? Well, yeah. Terrorists just charging upstairs. Look at this. Don't even smoke it off before they move in. Smoking it as they move in. They have position inside of the site, though. Simple gonna be watching heaven, smoking it off. Is Zypnix trying to peek? Yes, he is. Not a perfect smoke. That allows Zypnix a little bit of room to peek. But he is not. He is gonna fall back. And what around there? Oh, that was a little bit weird of a double scope to kill Markaloff. That was strange by Fetish. Still able to get the kill, though, but it was kind of an easy kill. All he had to do was click. And Dignitas saving 2 players on this round. Very quick blitzkriegi strategy from Hellraisers taking that bomb site. Oh, look at his split. Dosia now moves out to hunt down Zypnix and Fetish. Fetish should be watching this. So this is a dangerous place to push, and yes, he does. Fetish is a really good player at holding down corners with the off. That's generally his skill set. It's worth noting, Fetish is a little bit on the older side in terms of gamers. However, Dignitas, as a team, incredibly young team, especially compared to Hellraisers, where most of their players are around 26, and super old status in gaming years is like 25 and up. Once you pass that hump, you're on the down. Simple peeking outside, and no! Fetish once again holding down those corners. I don't think Hellraisers is going to be able to take them. And we actually have an eco here. They're just saving that op. Op, no armor. See that a lot. And Device has an AK-47 now. Zypnix with the FAMAS that he saved for a few rounds now. He never dies. Yeah, he's only died twice. Well, he only lived twice. So he's got to be really careful. Actually, that mean he already was dead. Okay, just going to be Kutcher left. 1 versus 4. Probably not going to happen, but it's Counter-Strike. Never count yourself out until you hear counter-terrorists win. And there's once going down. But Device has the angle on him. That's a 3 frag from Device. Nice round. Alright, Hellraisers has money to do their signature buy. Oh, actually, they have enough to buy for everybody. And again, we have that glitch in the demo system where we can't see all of their nades, just the nade they're currently using, which is very unfortunate. Or the top of the list, I guess. Looks like Molotovs take precedence over smoke grenades. Really would like that to be fixed, because it's very, very important to see what kind of nades they have. Alright, terrorists looking like they want to just burst upstairs here. And they will. Oh, I love this nade. Device. It actually will hit those players. Trying to push out through the Molotov. What? Device got greedy and jumped down to take him down, but Fetish follows it up with a hand grenade. Okay, so Dignitas is like, well, you're not pulling that trick on us again. Hellraisers tries to push upstairs really quickly. There's like no strategy in that. It's just like a let's go A. It's sort of like a pug strat that you see. It worked the first time they tried it, but second time, Dignitas is already ready. And what we see here so far in this game is both of these teams are learning very quickly. It takes about 1 round for them to figure out what's going on. So we have 2 teams. Oh, Fetish. They should just stop trying to take outside, man. This guy's too good. He's too good. One guy on Mini, though. That might surprise Dupe. No. Angel flies like an angel to his death. Save round here from Hellraisers. He's now a fallen angel. Oh, just simple left. Here's the door. We'll be going down. Alright, Dignitas at 4 points. Hellraisers at 3. So this is still pretty good for Hellraisers, getting those 3 points this early. When you see it going pretty much even on Nuke, it's going to favor the terrorist side. So Hellraisers is still doing pretty good here. Dignitas has started to find their groove, started to find their place here on CT side. Nuke. Their setup, that's working. Fetish is like, just try and push me. I don't think they are. Setting up for the smokes outside. Simple takes some time, though. He's a bit simple. Fetish just picked Markloff with another. Seems like Markloff was actually going to try and pick him. That is Markloff's specialty, after all. Look at that smoke. Blocking off up there as well. I like this because... Oh, wow. Dupree, that did not work. I really like these smokes because the place you can watch over the smoke is if a player is pushed out right here. So smoking that off is really smart. However, they've already lost too many players for this to be effective. They don't even move anybody down secret. That's just to try and make those players wait for him. And look at this. We actually have 2 players waiting for him. Have a bunch of players waiting downstairs. So upstairs is ripe for the taking. Dosia and Simple moving up. 1 player in heaven now. That's Fetish. Simple up here as well. Waiting for CTs to try and rotate. 35 seconds left. They're the ones who have the timer on them. Good smoke. Blocking off Fetish so that they can get this bomb plant. Then they should fall back out of here. Oh, Device just almost able to take out Dosia. He's going to be watching the window now. He's got another player for that. That is once. Fetish moves in with a pistol. Trades himself, which is exactly what you want to do in this situation. Oh my gosh, Dosia's going for an ace. Oh, a 4 frag from Dosia. Wasn't able to take out Newcomer once here. And that was incredibly close. Dosia almost able to win it for his team with an ace. Let's, you know what? Even though he lost, let's get an Owl Vision. We'll chalk that up to a Owl Vision. Nice attempt. Wow. Very close round, and it's always fun to see those close rounds because you know it's going to be a good game then. Simple. Got an op. Interesting that Markloff isn't opping. Ooh, 1 player is at red. He seems to know it. His teammate has called it. Oh, but Dupree picks him perfectly. Wallbang! Device wallbanging could have killed Simple. They knew they did some damage to him. Oh, another pre-nade. Look how low Hellraisers are right now. They're just trying to push outside now. Fetish has got a whole bunch of people to deal with. They are able to pick him, though. 2 players from Dignitas picked. Oh, but the dominoes are starting to fall for Hellraisers, and that puts it into a 2 versus 2 with Simple very low. But again, he's got an op. Pretty much think of it as like an op, no armor at this point, since he's a 1-hit to death. All right, Markloff moving a ramp while Simple waits here. So he's going to try to go heaven. No, go downstairs. Simple will follow him. 40 seconds, not a lot of time. Markloff clears downstairs solo. Simple taking his time to check up. That's a good pick. Now it's just once left. 1 versus 2. Take some damage on the fall. Was at 100 health. And knows that there's a player in the ground there. Good kill. Now just 1 versus 1 against Markloff. 20 seconds left. Markloff way exposed, but Markloff is able to take off once, who can only peek from 2 different sides unless he wants to jump down into the ground there. So actually, let's go examine that situation downstairs as we fly over. Let's go down the vent. All right, so we had a player up back here. One of the things he could have done, or could have done, yeah, that's right, jump down here, then he could peek from another position, because you saw where Markloff was, he was super exposed. He didn't have time to jump back into the window, so he had 4 places that player could peek out from. Wow. Quick pick fry, Simple, finally taking out Fetish outside. This opens it up for the terrorists to make something happen here. One's holding off the ramp. Terrorists seem like they actually want to take the ramp, which is weird, considering they already have that pick outside. They just lost a player. 1 player still outside. Angel, is he going to creep through this smoke? Really up to once to hold this down here. Terrorists really want ramp. They got to pick outside, and now they want ramp. 2 players still inside of lobby, 1 outside. Could be setting up for a split upstairs while keeping this player here at ramp. Could be trying to get Angel over to Hell. But he's got 2 players on him right now. Now's the time to push. Angel falling back. Are the terrorists going to push now? This is it. This is the timing. 1 player on his right. That is going to be Device, waiting for these players to push near. Good positioning. They need to flash this. They need to peek this. Yeah, Markelov was reloading when he jumped out, and Device gets the spray down. Oh, what? Device pushes out. Simple with 1 health left. And an off. Oh, no! The 2 newbies fight each other. Simple goes for a no-scope on the player, hopping down the vents, but he did miss that. 1 health left. Tried to go get that bomb planted. Knew he didn't have time to plant it before that player would rotate down and take him down, so went for the no-scope. And if he got that, he could have gotten that bomb plant. And we could see something different than a bunch of Glocks here on this round from poor Hellraisers. What can they really do? These are the rounds where it's like, I don't even know. Why do I try? They could try to bum rush Fetish here. Oh, that's exactly what they're doing. Device should be able to save him, though. Oh, Fetish can hold his own. Just Dosia left. Device does save Fetish. So what I mean by that is you have that Opper in a very exposed position outside. You move your players outside to take out the Opper. But we saw Device playing from Mini, able to help him out. So while the player is playing outside like that, there's a bunch of different places that he can be. You pretty much go and you check all of these different vantage points of the outside player. Charge him and kill him and take that off. But we had a player playing Mini, could help him out. Player could also rotate up and play Upper. So if the team knows what's going on, they can save their Upper. But it's something we see pretty common if they try to take outside control. Terra's definitely taking their time this time. They're going to be smoking it. Do have a player up top. Is Hellraisers going to smoke that off? That's going to be a no. And look at this. Fetish could get a show. Ooh, never mind. Yeah, Hellraisers with this smoke. Very cool smoke that they do. Here's them crossing. They are upstairs. Nice pick by Fetish. Terrace pouring out into bomb site A. Dupree watching the entrance. Trades himself. Nice pick there by Device. And Simple. Trades all around, but in the end of the day, Dignitas wins that thing 8-4. Now, one of the things, when I was talking about those smokes before outside, Hellraisers seems to be doing a very smart strategy of smoke, smoke, and then smoke up here as well. So that blocks off these 3 vantage points. What we're going to see from Dignitas on T side usually is a smoke that blocks off heaven. So let's see if that works out for them. Fetish. Simple gets up onto the marshmallow. Device playing from inside of the site. Oh, look at those wall bangs. Hits Markelov down to 9 health. We have another save round here from Hellraisers, now at 4 points. Again, this is going pretty even. You expect to see a 2-to-1 lead by the CT side on this map. Good pick. Zypnix burns them in fire. Wow. Now, Fetish using the P250 as his sidearm for the op. You can see that sidearm here. Doing a really nice job. Oppers. Oh, wow. We had a knife down there. Who was the player who did that? It was Zypnix or Dupree. Knifed his teammate down to 70 health. That's the newbie, though. That's just some hazy. Or a hazing going on there. And Terrace are taking this position. Where's the smoke? Forcing once downstairs. Terrace now have position at side of ramp. That was quick. That's why you gotta smoke that off. Is this part of Dignitas's plan? Bomb is down. Ooh. Terrace have taken ramp control, getting ready to push downstairs. Device sneaking up behind them, though. Simple is on guard. He's on guard duty, now going downstairs. Terrace take downstairs, but oh! Simple picks Zypnik's holding off a bomb plant, knows the player's gonna hop through. Moves out, continuing to hold off this bomb plant. 1 health left. Dupree moves in to help. Plants behind the sign. I did not hear the bomb plant, which could have been a glitch. I don't know if the players heard it. Oh, Simple holding down that angle with an op. And again, very interesting to note that Hellraisers is using Simple as the opper. Markelov not even picking that thing up. And Markelov, at one point, and his little happy face there, was the single best opper in the game of Counter-Strike, not Counter-Strike Global Offensive. So it's how the mighty have fallen. Not even the main opera on his team, it looks like. Maybe just for this map, maybe just for this side. We don't know. Haven't seen these guys play enough. Simple peeking outside. Where's Fetish watching it from? Oh, okay, I guess he's at ramp now. Making sure Hellraisers don't take that, because they tried to do that quick ramp take. Dignitas is very smart, again, have rotated to try and hold off a ramp take. There's Markelov trying to pick it. Fetish trying to get an angle on this. Look at that corner. How will you even hold that off? That's like a pixel position. Terrace, in the meantime, have taken outside. Simple with another pick. Check out the stats on this player. Well, he's 10 and 10 right now, which is pretty good for T-side nuke. Markelov is able to take the pick over at ramp. Fetish holding this down from Hell. Terrace creeping around. There's Dosia. And Zypnik seems to be hunting down Markelov. Terrace is about to push upstairs. Zypnik's to hold it. Markelov about to cross his vision. There's the fight. At the same time, Device kills Kutcher. Zypnik's holding off A site. Device moves in and takes out Simple. And it's now a 1 versus 2. Bomb is down inside of Mini. This is doable. 17 seconds. He just has to hold it. Good spray. I like that. Fails with the Molotov because that smoke did go down. Now 1 versus 1. Here's Dosia, letting him go by. And kills him when he goes back through the smoke, and that is going to be the half. Hellraisers ending it at 5 points, Dignitas at 10, and that's pretty much even, because you have that 2-1 lead by the counter-terrorist, and that's actually another 4 frag there. That's Device with the 4 frag. So, really nice round, really nice job, and we're going to move into the second half. Second half commencing here. Dignitas at 10 points, Hellraisers at 5. Now, Hellraisers... It's fun to see these two teams go up against each other because Dignitas reminds me of a young ex-Virtus Pro, if you can understand what I mean by that. Hellraisers and some of the players on Hellraisers, ex-Virtus Pro players, once the top Eastern European team. It wasn't Navi. Oh, look at this on this pistol round. Terrace pushing outside. They were very inventive in terms of the meta. We now have Dignitas. We'll have some interesting smokes and flashes that they come up with. But yeah, these players on Hellraisers were very inventive in terms of the meta. Not helping them very much at all. What a close pistol round. Just an all-out firefight outside. And again, not really helping Hellraisers out at all in recent year. They sort of become like the not as good as Navi Eastern European team. And see if they can reclaim the crown here. Eastern European teams pretty much all split up. Switched all around. We have Markelov here from ex-Navi. Alright. Dignitas is kind of full saving here. That's okay. Oh, are they going to get this bomb plant? That is huge. Will Kutcher spray it? Oh, Dosia moves down the vent and does spray it. But the bomb does get planted. That is great. Terrors don't really have to do anything here. I mean, they're not going to win. But bomb plant gives them 3rd round bye. Oh, he does get the bomb defused, but there's another kill. That's more eco. Nice little pistol ducks there. And an okay first round from or a second round there from Dignitas. What that does is it gives them a third round bye. So after 2-round loss there, starting this off, they're able to get this bye. Look at this device at 23 frags. Leading the way. All right. Now it's time for the terrorists to take their time. Smoke for the cross outside. Fetish gets a pick. It's not a perfect smoke. Look at this. Player inside of heaven could see a player run. Oh no, actually you couldn't because of the red. Okay, so there's 2 players picked. Terrorists moving downstairs. That's actually was a really interesting smoke outside. Counter terrorists are already in position to deal with this though. 3 terrorists moving around the side. Kutcher inside of the site. Oh, he saw the foot. Oh, but Fetish moves in and picks him. Now Dosia and Markelov left. They're sort of moving in one at a time here. This is not what they want to do. Here comes Markelov. At that point is when Dosia probably should have peeked that corner. Still playing inside of the vents there. 2 versus 2. Bomb not yet planted. Dosia and Markelov can still do this. However, this is definitely going to favor the terrorists. Dosia's a great shot, though. He can entry this against Device. Let's see if he can pull it off. Man. Markelov pushed in. Device can pick him so easily here. There it is. Not sure why he was in that position. Dosia goes after once before trying to take out Device. Now it's pretty much a sure win from Dignitas, because what could he have been able to do? Try to defuse that bomb? The terrorist is there at ramp. There's really not easy to do. You're going to have to try to force that player to peek out and get a perfect shot on him. Of course, Dosia probably could have been able to make that shot. But again, there we go. We have Dignitas with a very nice second round. We'll be stealing the third round through a third round bye. Love that. Smoke's outside. Terrorist waiting for him. Is going to be, what a force buy. Crazy buy here from Hellraisers. And this is what I call the Eastern European buy, because you see it happen from the Eastern European teams. 2 players buy pistol and armor. 3 players buy gun and armor. And they're able to get around where it should have been an eco into a buy round. However, they're getting taken down one at a time here, and 3 players left. Terrorists have taken outside. Look like they want to move to hell. Kutcher moving back to make sure they can't go up into heaven. That's smart. They have enough players to boost up, though. Terrorists falling back, not going to be taking it, just making it look like they're going there. I think Kutcher could be smart enough to be... Yeah, Kutcher falling back from that, saying, alright, they're just faking it. Taking a new position. Instead, they're going to be going down secret. So who is in position to watch secret? Oh, man. Simple in the sight with a P250. Now, one of the things terrorists could do is go up the vents. However, that could be the worst thing they could do in this situation. They don't know where the CTs are. They've been sneaky enough. So it's all up to... He's got to try to kill this bomb plant. Oh. He does get taken down. Not going to happen. 2 versus 3 now for the retake. 13 seconds left on that bomb, but he will get it. Not an easy retake, but if they time this right, if they coordinate it, they could get some of the picks. Oh, they have smoked off where Kutcher was trying to go down. Nargolov taking 2-on-1 here. Zypnik's right around the corner, now puts it into a 2 versus 2. Once moving around the back. Kutcher not peeking it. Fetish from inside of the site. Now just Fetish, 1 versus 2 against Markelov and Kutcher. Just has to hold that bomb. What is Markelov doing? Let's Markelov run by. Markelov thought he was in Toxic, and Fetish wins it just because of that slight misinformation that Hellraisers had. Wow. Fetish. Such a great player there. Oh my, and that's going to force Hellraisers into a save. That little slip-up of someone saying he's in Toxic caused them to lose that thing instead of not knowing that he was behind the yellow thing. Alright. Buy versus save here. Dupree taking 2 picks inside of ramp. Hellraiser's playing it aggressively there. Look at that. They tried to push with pistols or something? That's crazy. Oh, look at Dosia peeking. Could catch this player off guard, or he got off guard himself by Fetish. And 2 players left. Probably not going to happen. Fetish hunting them down. Now just simple. It's simple. We kill the simple. And that'll be a win. 1 versus 4. No armor. Grabs an AK. Probably wants to save this thing. See if simple can exit here. Can egress. Dupree waiting for him. Oh, that's not Dupree. That is once. Wow. But simple does take him down. Device moves in from the sky. Swoops down like a bird. And plucks simple off this mortal coil. Okay, Hellraisers at 7 points. Dignitas getting ready to win this thing on T side. They've won 3 points already. Doing a very nice T side. Here's simple with the op. Gonna be playing ramp with it. No op outside. I want to see how Hellraisers is setting up. Angel's gonna be watching outside with a rifle. Not holding that down. Sort of traditional to hold it off with an op. Instead, simple at the headshot box. 2-player hold off. Is Kutcher pushing? What is this? No, 2 players at ramp. That's aggressive. That's crazy. I mean, Dignitas could take upstairs now. That leaves it exposed. This is sort of the same strategy we saw from Dignitas when they were on CT side, where they sort of gave upstairs. Oh no, they have 2 players upstairs. Here's Dosia now. Terrace pushing through, trying to go downstairs, but whoa, Dignitas miscalculated, and Dosia sprays them both down. Gets that bomb control. It is now just Dupree and once left. Once in the back tall. Dupree able to take the frag. All right, Dupree at 10 health, once all alone, waiting for his teammate. 30 seconds left. This is the moment that defines a player. Will he go for this bomb? Oh, and Simple takes him down. Was watching that corner. Dupree may want to think about saving here. No, he's pushing forward. Going to try and catch Dosia off guard, but he goes down. Whoa! Does pick Dosia. A little bit of a mistake there. Falling back. How did Markelov just get hit? Was that... Yeah, Simple just hit Markelov. All right, so that happened. Simple watching this corner here. Markelov peeked into the vents and Simple shot him with an op. My goodness. And Dupree hides and saves himself. One of the things we've seen here from Hellraisers is a lack of communication. It may just be that Simple is new to the team. That really shouldn't have happened. They should have said, I'm in the vents, or just anything like that to tell the player, hey, don't shoot me. Alright. Whoa! Simple shoots everything, apparently. Takes out once outside really quickly. Wow. What? Hold on. Hold the phone. I want to watch that shot again. And here is Simple watching outside. Oh, exposed his left side there for a second. Terrace all over, trying to do this pistol snipe the offer. Where's the backup, though? Is Simple going to have to solo this? Here comes backup. Markelov and Dosia move out to help and save the Simple. That took a long time for that backup to happen. Let's get an owl vision on that one shot. But again, that was a little bit strange. Simple trying to hold down outside with the op. Dignitas trying to do the let's kill the opper strategy. We saw how fast Dignitas rotated to deal with that. Hellraiser's rotate was a lot slower. Smokes outside. Blocking off the cross. Only 2 smokes thrown, not too crazy. Hellraiser's definitely a little more creative with that. Flashing over the top as well. Terrace get by to secret. Angel in position though. Oh my. Got caught throwing a flash. Didn't time that right. Not a perfect smoke off again. Allowed Simple to get the shot there. What? Nade stack by Markelov. Killing 2 players with 1 nade. Now just Device left 1 versus 4. Only Angel going down. Probably wants to save. Kutcher sneaking up on him. Turns his back. Kutcher will take him down. Dignitas at 13 points. Hellraisers at 10. Catching up here. Finally finding their way here on CT side to hold it off. So Simple did start switching up positioning. Have to see a save round here from Dignitas. They're at 13 points. Moving upstairs. What? What? This is insanity. That is not how you use a deagle, by the way. And Dosia sort of mows down the rest of them, too, with pistols. Goodness. That was kind of weird. Ran through smoke with a deagle and then sprayed the deagle. Or ran through Molotov, ran through fire with a deagle. Then sprayed with the deagle. Got a kill because the player was looking the other way. Didn't expect him to push through the Molotov. So that is where pushing through a Molotov is advantageous. You lose just shy of half your health doing that, though. Device doesn't have enough for armor here. We'll just be purchasing the... Oh! What? Again, another weirdness happening. Poor guy unscopes at just the wrong time and Simple holds off outside. Wow, look at these op skills here. Oh, but he jumps. Again, there was no reason to jump there at all. Left himself exposed, and Dupree gets the frag. Dosia taking out Fetish, and it's just Dupree left. 1 versus 4. Tries to do a blind shot there on Angel. Molotov versus Nade. Crossing each other in midair, and Dosia moves in from upper. Takes him down. Death from the sky. Hellraisers has tons of money. They're going to be able to buy for the rest of this. Dignitas starting to lose momentum here. They are low. They are doing another eco buy with just Dupree with some armor. What can they really do on this round? Oh, 2 players with armor, Dupree and Device. That's a lot of money here. I don't know the wisdom of this. Oh, everywhere they go, Simple is there. Oh my. Simple now sitting on 24 frags as the AWPer. Good pistoling by Fetish. Fetish showed himself to be an excellent pistoler here in this match. Gets surrounded, gets taken down. No way to survive that. Alright, it's all tied up 13-13 now. The first time. Hellraisers has caught up to Dignitas. Doing a very nice CT side, not allowing Dignitas to take very much. Looking like they're going to be able to hold it off and win the rest of this. And we actually have, because Hellraisers is so far ahead economically, they're able to get a lot of Molotovs. What is this? Is this a blitzkrieg? Are they just taking upstairs? Yes, it is. There's the smoke off. 2 players inside of Mini, which is strange. 1 player upside there. That is Dosia. Terrace moving down very aggressively. Angel moves into the site. Look at this. Picks off 2 players. Device left as well, but Dupree is still up. 2 versus 2 now, bomb down inside of the site. Kutcher watching it from door. Device has to cross there. Good smoke off. Sprays it for if he's gonna cross. They have bomb now. Where are they gonna go? Downstairs? Yes. Dupree down the vents as well. We'll be planting this thing as Device holds them off. Kutcher moving around the other side though at ramp. Very quick rotate in position. Sees where they both are. So now they have intel. This is going to allow Simple to get this shot. No, Device has fallen into the back. Right around the corner. And 2 players there inside of the vent. Oh, whoa! The aim. Just Simple left. No scope to the face against Dupree. 12 health on Device. And Flick shoots him with the deagle. 1 health left on Simple. That was an incredibly close round, and Hellraisers is able to win it just barely, thanks to Simple. This player who came out of nowhere. Alright, Dignitas 13 points, Hellraisers 14. Wow. Did not see that coming. Jarrett's pushing upstairs. Angel mowing it down there with the auto sniper. Terrace dropping down, got down ramp. There's a player chasing him though. Counter Terrace rotating to make something happen. Try to hold this off. Will Dosia kill the bomb planter? Nope, bomb will get planted. Zeipnik's watching the back. Markelov is going to peek here. 2 players. Kutcher and Markelov. There's one. Oh, didn't know that he was exposed there. 2 counter terrorists inside of control. 1 goes down. Now a 2 versus 2 retake. Just device. 1 versus 2. They know he's in toxic. And faking the defuse. Not a lot of time left. They have to stick it. Device charging forward. Dosia, not enough time to defuse that bomb, and Dignitas just barely able to win it. These are incredibly close rounds here. 14-14, all tied up, 2 rounds left in this game. And Simple has his op. Dignitas finally able to make something happen there. Holding off the downstairs retake. Oh, is this another blitzkrieg? This is another aggressive take upstairs. And they push out into the site. Dosia still up, counter terrorist rotating, 1 inside of heaven here. What can they do? They terrorists do have position inside of the site. Trying to do a bomb defuse, re-smoking very quickly. That nade will hit Simple, takes him down to 42. Angel from heaven. Well, that's a fitting name. Bomb is planted. Counter terrorists moving in. Just Kutcher left as Dupree takes out Angel while he was flying. And is he gonna go for it? Dupree's gotta peek him. Oh, and just barely. I think there was 1 second left on that bomb. That puts Dignitas at match point here. 15-14, match point. And that's it, last round. This is round 30. Wow. Hellraisers needs to win this to tie it up and push it into an overtime. Dosia sitting almost 30 bombing it. Device is 30 bombing it. When it goes on long enough like this, you average 1 kill a round. That's what happens. Both teams able to buy. Terrace charging forward here. Ad ramp, gonna be taking downstairs. Hellraisers really needs to make this happen. Here's Angel. Oh! Whoa, the spray down. What was once doing? Now Angel doesn't really have a gun. Oh, but he has a pistol, I guess. And it's just Fetish left with 8 health left. 1 versus 2. Match point. Markelov watching that. And Angel with the final frag. That's a 4 frag from Angel. We caught most of that. But guess what, guys? That's a tie. And that means it's going to push it into an overtime. So we shall resume when the teams are ready for this overtime. Overtime is live. Okay, that's strange. Seems like overtime and Face It has 16k start money. Let's see if I... Oh. And it's best of 10? That's a little bit insane. The standard is... you have six rounds. 3 on each side. With not as much start money. So this is a little bit strange. Well, let's see what's going to happen. Sort of like they've restarted the game. Like, I guess we'll just play another one. It's still incredibly long. Fatigue starts to set in. You're playing the same game for so long. Well, but the teams do have to play by these rules. And we have Simple watching outside. With his op, Hellraiser's taking the CT side first in this overtime. And there's the smoke off. Seem to be pretty even, so any team that's able to take these points is great. Angel sprays down 2 players. Dupree charging outside. Does flash Simple and is able to pick him. He cowers into the corner. Fetish just waiting. Looking like they're going to split upstairs. Now it's the time for Fetish to push out here. 2 players left, Dosia and Kutcher. Is Dosia going to peek outside? 30 seconds left. Not a lot of time. Kutcher moving downstairs. Dosia creeping down the ladder. Both CTs watching downstairs. This is strange. Not sure where they got the tell for that. Terrorists are upstairs. Bomb planted. At this point, Dosia's like, I've made a huge mistake. And Kutcher and Dosia now rotate upstairs. Easy peasy lemon squeezy hold off here. Oh, Kutcher picks off Fetish. Here's Kutcher moving in. He's got 5 health left. Divisive position. Picks him off. 1 versus 1 against Dosia. Dosia just runs in, spraying the pistol. Thinks the player's going to peek him. Device takes his time and lands the shot. And Device leading the game thus far at 33 kills. All right, Dignitas takes round number 1 of this. And we have Simple with the op once again. Good take by Dignitas. Every T side point is going to matter even more in the overtime. And Terrace charge out. Doing an upstairs take. Markeloff up on top of there. Oh, good nade. Made sure to hit that teammate there. All right, 2 Terrace left. Once and Device have given up on the upstairs take. Have the bomb and are going to go ramp. So here's Kutcher to hold it off. Making some noise. We'll smoke them out. See if they push through that. They still have a minute left. Nope, they're going to fall back. Oh, no. Once charges through the smoke, but Device falls back. That's a little bit strange. Now just Device left. Not good to split up your players like that. Not good to push through smoke either. 1 versus 4. Looking like Hellraisers is going to hold on to it here. And when the smoke clears, Device is victorious. Simple, watching it with an op, is able to kill him. Excellent job. Alright, 16-16, all tied up again. And it continues. Alright, Simple with the op. Because of that 16k start money, all teams able to buy. So we just have a bunch of buy rounds here in this overtime. And Hellraisers. 2 players ramp. Oh, just to throw that smoke. Simple takes the frag outside with the op. Picks off Dupree. Bears taking their time. Trying to go for those wall bangs. Dosia is in a position to get wall bangs. Look where he's standing. Right now. Boom. He could be dead. Terrorists pushing outside. Or at least throwing things outside as Simple moves to watch it. And they're not pushing there. They're going to be trying to take ramp. They will take ramp. They'll trade to get it. Moving downstairs. Angel already watching this. Already has a corner on it. Oh, good. And... oh, a nice flick, but not able to control the spray well enough to kill the next player. Markeloff and Simple sneaking up from behind them now as they move to plant that bomb. Once takes him down. 2 versus 2 for the retake. Dosia coming down the ramp. Zypnix in the back. Does he have a nade? Yes, he does, and that nade could have actually killed Zypnix, who is playing behind the yellow thing there. Both these players are very low, though. Now just Zypnix left. 1 versus 1 taken on Markeloff. And Markeloff is able to take it. Will be defusing that bomb, giving Hellraisers now the lead. And I believe that they have 2 more rounds on this half of the overtime. Alright, Simple with the op. See if he plays outside or ramp with this thing. Coming off of a 2-round win. Feels good for Hellraisers. Putting 1 player outside. 2 players ramp. 2 players up inside. This is going to favor like an outside take here for these terrorists. They're taking their time. Or smoke off in order to take position at Secret. However, Simple is now watching Secret with the op. So they only have 1 player watching here. No, they got 2 players here. Hellraiser seems to be everywhere at once. Again, sort of giving outside to the terrorists. Oh, Simple just misses the shot on Dupree there. Going back for more. Is Dupree going to peek him? He is trapped. So I have 1 terrorist trapped. And look like they're trying to take ramp right now. Angel to watch this, to hold this off. Taking flashes. He can fall downstairs and just give this position. Tries to take a frag and now will be running away, but will he get away? Oh, he does take out Zypnix on his escape. Dosia dead. Meanwhile, 2 terrorists are surviving, fighting for downstairs control. Bomb is down. Now just Device left. 1 versus 1 against Kutcher. Kutcher shows himself. 10 seconds left. Device has to go for this bomb plant. Will he fake it? Will he go for it? Kutcher just has to peek him. And we'll be able to take him down. That all came down to the timer. Device didn't really have a lot of time there to plant that bomb. Had to go for it. Getting that bomb plant will give them money, but I'm not sure about the economic situation, considering it's 16K start money. Probably doesn't even matter. Alright, last round of the half. You sort of throw the entire economy game out the window, apparently, in this 16K start money, five rounds a half thing. So it just comes down to setups and takes. Taking a lot of the thought out of it. Here's Simple watching outside. They're boosting up Device. Yeah, there's the... Wow, what? The flick shots on this guy. Device is able to take it, though, with the op. Moves outside. We do see one player up top, though. That's Angel. Nice kill, Device, with the double op. This is probably going to give him this round. And he takes out Markelov as well. 2 CTs left. Dignitas moving in for the win. Alright. Counter terrorist watching downstairs. Zypnik's off guard. Taking upstairs position now. One player up top. That's Dosia. And Device takes out Kutcher with the last shot, and that's going to be the first half of overtime, and they're going to switch now to play the second, and Hellraisers leads it by 1 point, but again, they're on CT side nuke. So, this is going to favor nobody. It's still pretty much even. Alright, and they're switching and starting right away here for second half of overtime. And again, incredibly even. It's kind of how you would expect it to go. So, taking that 16K start money. Got Fetish with the AWP. Looking like he's going to be just holding down the angles outside. We do have an AWPer outside there. Jumping up and down. He's just trying to see where this player is and get intel. In the meantime, Ones picks off Angel with some wall banging. Terrorists rotate all back into lobby. Going to be taking ramp. Zypnik's watching to make sure they can't take upstairs. And terrorists move downstairs. Who's in there to watch it? It's going to be Dupree. A lot of times we've seen these players throw flashes to try and hold off the takes. Hey, that's a good nade. And that nade actually takes out Markelov as he's trying to plant the bomb. Oh, Simple watching for this player to peek. Zypnik's moving down, though. He is able to take him down. One player inside of Toxic Bomb has finally been planted. And it's just Dosia left. But he does go down. That's going to be the defuse. Device playing an excellent game now. Sitting at 42 frags. Goodness. Towering over everyone else in the game. Device is an excellent shot. An excellent entry fragger. And definitely a credit to his team on those retakes. It's all tied up 18-18. Of course, the economy doesn't really matter here. Simple purchasing it up again. I think if one team starts to get out of hand here and winning over and over, maybe the other team has to do something. Moving into sort of a Call of Duty territory where there's enough money to, or there's not even money, you just get whatever you want. Alright, terrorists take ramp control. Picked off 2 players. Looking very good for Hellraisers thus far. Pushing through here, moving downstairs. Same thing. See if the CTs can hold it off. It's probably not. Zypnik's trying to pre-shoot. Fetish moving downstairs with the AWP. Oh, we have a player in dark. That's Dupree. Catches him off guard. Kutcher aware of it now. But Dupree's still up now. Just Dupree. Has to ace this for the win. Simple watch in the corner. Dupree's still up. That's 3 frags now. Dosia and Angel still trying to take him. Have Molotov off the spot. Oh, just not able to control that spray pattern well enough, and he will go down to Angel. All right. Dignitas 18, Hellraisers now pulls ahead there with 19 points as Dupree makes his final stand downstairs. Did not want that flashbang. You can carry 4 nades. What would he be carrying to throw away a flashbang? Molotov, hand grenade, smoke, decoy? Maybe just trying to throw away 1 flash so he can carry a Molotov or the incendiary instead of a secondary flash. Generally, players are going to want the flash over anything else, though. Oh, nice hold by Once, preventing them from taking ramp. Every single time Hellraisers have been taking ramp, taking downstairs, seems to be their go-to. But this time, look at the spray down by Once. Just Kutcher left. Just taps Once. Takes him down to 12, or 19 health there. Kutcher, still up though. 1 versus 3. Device sneaking up from behind him. And there's the frag. Now tied up again, 19-19. We got 2 rounds left in the overtime. We're back in this same exact scenario. The exact same scenario that we saw from the non-overtime, from the real game, back at round 28, where 2 rounds left, it is tied. So a team has to win 2 rounds in a row to win, kind of like tennis. You have to dominate your opponent to win. Send up for the smokes outside. Dignitas being a little bit aggressive inside. Smoke's going down. There is the fetish. Watching it from Big Garage. Terrorists streaming through. Trying to hit him through that smoke. Terrorists do get by. There's Dosia going downstairs. Dupree right on the left. Nice pick. See, there's the entry fragging. That is the strength of Dosia. Good flash. Alright, counter-terrorist not really in a position to deal with this. Just Device. But again, Device has been the top frag player. He's going to try and prevent the bomb plant. Angel moving downstairs as well. Counter-terrorist, 2 of them going ramp. They know it's a downstairs take. Markelov is upstairs, though. Check this out. This is huge. Zypnix is watching that, though. He's sort of waiting for Zypnix to try to move positions. Good flash off. Oh, Zypnix does hold off upstairs. Killing 3 players. And Device moves in from the back. What a hold off from Dignitas. Goodness. Wow, okay, so it's match point once again on Dignitas, and Hellraisers, put in the hot seat, has to win this round, and they'll push it into a second overtime if they're able to win it. Otherwise, Dignitas will outright win. We're back in the same scenario. This is crazy. And as we see, they have enough money to buy up. Most definitely. Just barely, it seems like. Alright, setting up for the smokes. Smoking outside. Go-to strategy here. This makes Fetish useless, as you see. Woo, what? Or not. Fetish perfectly times a shot through that smoke. Kutcher is able to get by. 57 health left, but Dupree is waiting for him here. Hellraiser's now down 3-4. It is looking bleak. It is looking, whoa. Markelov takes a pick, though, outside. Does push out. Angel, looking like he wants to take upstairs. Zypnix is up there. Plenty of time left, 50 seconds. Terrorists rotating back, looking like they're going to take ramp. Wants to hold it off. Let's see if we can get another spray down. That'll be for the win. Angel just trying to take him. Once abandons ramp and goes downstairs. They only have 3 players left, so they have to watch everywhere. Zypnix still playing from heaven. Down to 34 health. Terror's going to be pushing out. Markelov through the smoke, or through the fire, takes out Device. Zypnix up the side of heaven, but they have 3 players watching him. Where is Once? Once is inside of the vents. Moving up now, trying to catch him off guard. Oh, all 3 players peek out at once. They all tap him in the head at the exact same time, and Once goes down. His head explodes, and that's going to push this into a second overtime. My goodness, the game never ends. This is like Mr. Bones' wild ride here. The ride never ends. 20-20. Did not expect to see that. Goodness. You guys were saying, hey, TheWarOwl, you gotta cast this game, you gotta cast this game, so I did. I didn't expect this to happen. We're in a second overtime with a 10 round. Incredibly long game of CSGO. Poor players. That's all I have to say. Hellraisers with the pre-nades, and the pre-nades continue. 2 players are already picked here. T side. Nice job at Fetish, continuing to hold off ramp with the op. Ooh, gets picked by Simple. Now just 2 players left. Device and Dupree, both of them watching downstairs. Nice. Nice. Oh, but Simple takes him down, and that's going to be the round. Hellraisers takes round number 1. Simple has been playing a superb game here. If we look at our stats, pretty much every player is carrying their weight, doing a great job. See, it's sort of more of a disproportion over on Dignitas, as Device is sitting at 45 frags in a single game. That's more than some players get in a lifetime. Simple getting boosted up. There's Fetish. Can he take out Fetish? Now Simple has the corner. Smoke is down. Fetish still trying to shoot through those smoke. Trying to make something happen. Oh, just almost able to catch Angel. Simple is watching it, and Simple does get the shot. Fetish is down. The op battle has commenced. Or has ended. Terrace move outside. Is that player gonna peek? Oh, Simple, what? What reaction time? That's ridiculous. Shot early before the player peeked. His reaction time is too good. Was not able to hit the shot, though. Alright. 3 players left here from Hellraisers. Moving in upstairs. One's playing on the ground. Right, Once moves out, does pick out Kutcher. Simple goes for the frag. Just Simple left. 1 versus 3 with the off. Tries to hit the player while falling. Grabs the bomb and does get downstairs, but surprise! Device is already there. Pops out of the vent and takes him down, and that's going to give Dignitas the round. It's all tied up once again. 21-21. Goodness, will this game ever end? And Simple has been doing a great job with the op here on Hellraisers. Continuing to play outside. Here's Fetish, changing up his positioning. We'll be playing it from up in heaven. Okay, so this is an exposed position, especially for the op. Oh, he's going for a pick. Let's see if we can take him out. Wow, this is incredibly exposed. I don't even... You may be able to see the gun sticking out. Let's see. Yeah, Simple, completely aware that the player is there. Fetish needs to get out of there, and he does. Super exposed for a few seconds. Simple checking the spots. Getting boosted up onto red. Oh, gets caught off guard, but Fetish misses the shot there. Simple holding it down now. At red. And peeks. Pre-shoots Fetish. Alright, continuing to watch this. Whoa, what? We saw that terrace. That was Simple watching him there. Oh, Dupree down inside of the vents. Holds off the downstairs take from Secret. However, there are 3 terrorists left, taking their time. Is Once going to push? That would be a mistake. Cypnix pushes, though. And, whoa, Once pushes out and picks off Markaloff. Now puts it into a 2 versus 3. Terrorist with 20 seconds left has no position, has no bomb. They have to try and save here. Not much time left. Angel moves in, picks him, grabs the bomb, but Cypnix is around the corner. A little bit ballsy to charge in there. Oh, yeah, and there's no reason to save. Never mind. Because it is super overtime, apparently. So that was interesting. You had a position where that was a time when you should save, but there was no reason to based on the money. So these overtimes, it's like taking the game and just cutting it in half and taking out the whole economy aspect of it. Man. Kutcher was watching outside. Bomb is dropped. Terrace taking their time. Fetish watching this corner. Oh, Fetish is starting to miss these shots. He's moving in on Angel. Angel gets trapped there. Was that a distraction? Well, if it was, then Terrace will be making something happen there. What was that? Simple tried to shoot the player through the smoke, I guess, but hit the barrel instead. That was a little bit strange. 2 players left. Looking like this round is definitely going to be going to Dignitas. Whoa. What a peek by Cypnix. Here's Markaloff. 1 versus 5. Probably not going to happen. And there it is. Dignitas now, 23 points. Last round of the first half of this overtime. Hellraisers finally starting to lag behind here. Dignitas gets a huge point lead of 2, which apparently 2 is a huge point lead. Now they'll need 26 points to win this in this overtime. That's 3 more. They're smoking, flashing outside. Got the off. Hellraisers really wants to win this, put themselves in an okay position. Sort of how it's been going, Hellraisers would need to win this round to stay in the game. So this is an incredibly important round for Hellraisers. Pushing outside, we have 2-player hold off. Fetish continuing to hold this down. Terra sneak by and get the secret. 2 players still left inside of lobby. Here they go. Taken downstairs. Markelov gets picked though. Have the bomb on Dosia. They can take upstairs if they go to the vents. Instead, they're going to be focusing on this downstairs take once rotates. To watch it from ramp. No, he's still watching the ramp. They don't seem to think that this is going on. Oh, wow. 3 players rotate downstairs to hold it. Simple goes down, and it's just Angel left. 1 versus 4. Trying to take on Fetish. Saves enough time for Device to sneak up from behind him and take him. And guess what, guys? Device just 50 bombed. And we move into the second half of the second 10-round overtime. Dignitas needs to win 2 more points to win this game and finally defeat Hellraisers. Hellraisers needs to play an excellent CT side and hold off Dignitas. This is the game that never ends. Terra's playing up top, so they got 3 players watching upstairs. Was this aggressive? Are they pushing? Oh, Markelov in a great position to hold off a push here, if it happens. Thought they were going to try to go downstairs quickly. Instead, they're wrapping around outside. This is smart. Oh, Angel getting sprayed back. Trying to hold off Hell now. Terrace can boost a player up, if they so choose. Oh, Angel picks off, or Dupree picks off Angel as he tries to throw that Molotov to prevent the player from pushing, but Zypnix gets picked off on the other side of the map by Dosia. And Fetish there. Waiting for these players to push. Look at this. Fetish and Once have sort of a surround there. That smoke will force Once back, allowing Dosia to get the shot. Takes it, takes him down to 5 health. However, Dupree is sneaking around below here. There are players all over the map. It's so difficult for these players who are in-game to keep track of what's going on right now. Where are the openings? Oh, Dupree tries a ladder shot. That ain't gonna happen. Markelov burns the witch and Once goes down. Now just Device left. 1 versus 3, and he is dead. And Hellraisers is gonna take that now at 22 points, holding it off, coming back into this game. Dosia at 39 frags. Simple at 39 frags. Wow. Angel with the auto sniper. Let's see where he's gonna hold down with the auto sniper. Like ramp, maybe. Yeah, you can easily hold off ramp with that. Terrace, in the meantime, looking like they want to take outside. Smoke's getting ready to be thrown. Over the top. Where is the outside player? Guess what, guys? There is none. Oh, here he is, Dosia from Heaven. But again, they've given outside. They've given that position to Dignitas. Simple. Now inside of the vents, listening for these players. In the meantime, no, it's Angel who rotates downstairs at the foot position. Sprays down 3 players there. That's very nice. And here's Device. 1 versus 4. Probably not going to happen. Hellraiser's probably going to take this. He's got a player right on top of him here. No reason to live. No reason to save. Bomb is down inside of Mini. Trying to flash him out. 40 seconds left. Taking his time. Listening. Here's Dosia. Here's a player on top of him. Here's a player up the vent. Knows where Dosia is. Wallbang battle commenced. Device makes it out just barely by the skin of his teeth. 7 health left, trying to tap shoot the Markaloff, and he gets it. Now a 1 versus 2 with 16 seconds left. Could go get that bomb now. It's downstairs. Checks his corners. He will get bombed, but again, 6 seconds left. Not going to happen. And Angel gets his final frag from the foot position. So from here, inside of control, you can see there's sort of a little area here where you can shoot feet. Those foot shots count as leg shots. So with the auto sniper, it still does a bunch of damage. And as the players push through here, you can pick them down. And there's not really much that they can do about it except smoke that position off. It's a strong hold-off position with that auto sniper. Interesting to note, though, the auto sniper has been dropped. And they're back to M4s here on CT side. Not going to play that position. It worked once, and so they're not going to try it again. I love that. Very smart by Hellraisers, saying, all right, Dignitas is smart enough to figure this out. They're not going to fall for the same tricks. And here's Angel pushed up real close at red. He made some noise. They should know about it. Simple's able to kill off Dupree. Terrace pushing here. Kutcher trying to watch it ramp. Should fall downstairs now. Oh, instead he's staying here. Dosia moves to help. Never mind. Dosia goes down, though. Terrace have ramp position. 3 players watching downstairs. Device with the entry frag. And 3 versus 3 now. Fetish creeping around outside. Terrace peeking downstairs. Could just make them think that they're staying downstairs. Device with the bomb. Moving into hell. Could go upstairs at this point. The only player to deal with that is Markaloff. That would be the smart decision here, as Once continues to put the pressure, to put the aggression on downstairs. Now falling back upstairs. CT's want to think about rotating upstairs. What? Fetish picks Markaloff with an excellent 1-tap. Now a 2 versus 2. Terrace get the bomb planted upstairs. Angel and Kutcher going to take it. Once. Knows Angel's going to rotate from secret. He gets by, though. Or Kutcher's going to rotate from secret. Now just Device inside of the site. 1 versus 2. And he does go down. Hellraisers takes another one. Keeping themselves in this game. And guess what, guys? That means it's going to tie it up once again at 24-24. Double overtime across the sky. It's starting to look like a triple overtime as we go back into the same exact scenario where one team needs to win 2 in a row to win the game. 2 rounds left in this overtime. Hellraisers on CT side, Dignitas on T side. This is definitely going to favor Hellraisers. If Hellraisers can hold it off here, 2 more rounds, they can win. That's it. They have to be... This is it. These are rounds where they have to play their best because they really do not want to push this into another overtime. Device gets the pick. Terrace pushing outside. They have outside control. Markaloff getting ready to hold him off. Make sure they can't take upstairs. Dupree charging forward. Sneaking around the side. Terrace have outside control. They drop the bomb. Going for picks. Dupree gets the pick. Simple down to 10 health now. This is actually looking good for Dignitas. And here is Dosia. Oh, he goes down. Tries to be aggressive in this peeking there. Markaloff is still up. Simple at 10 health. Just Markaloff left. Seen Markaloff being put in these clutch positions so many times where his entire team is down. This is definitely going to be favoring Dignitas here as he goes 1 versus 4. The bomb's going to get planted downstairs pretty soon. And Markaloff takes out Once. 1 versus 3. Oh, and Dupree takes him down with a headshot. And guess what, guys? It is match point once again with Dignitas ahead. Dignitas has been in this match point position twice now. They really, really want to win this round. But Hellraisers has got to hold it off to push this into a 3rd overtime. My goodness. All right, this is the round for Dignitas. They've been in this situation twice now. They really, really want to win this. 3 times the charm, but 3 strikes, you're out. Terrace moving down ramp. Angel watching it. Simple watching from hell. Goes up into heaven. Looking like Hellraisers is going to hold off. They've already picked Dupree. Zypnik's down low. Now, 3 versus 4. Zypnik's down to 9 health, trying to take Heaven. Okay, has the bomb. Bomb was dropped in Heaven. That's very bad. Device with a kill. With that gun. Oh my gosh, puts it into a 2 versus 3. Match point here for Dignitas. It is once in Zypnik. Zypnik's with 9 health left, just waiting. Biding his time. Where are they CTs? Markelov watching upstairs. Simple watching downstairs. Kutcher creeping around where once is. Oh no, a critical frag. And Kutcher goes down to once. 2 versus 2 now. But the CTs have the advantage. 30 seconds left. Once going downstairs. Zypnik still waiting, still watching his position. By the way, models are client side, so that model might not be in his way. One's creeping downstairs. Aiming the vents. He's giving away his position. In an attempt to grab the frag. Once hopping upstairs. Now 1 versus 1's against Simple, and Simple takes it. That's gonna push it into a triple overtime. Device.
Oh my god.
Excited about that. We get to listen to the teams apparently. Oh my gosh, this game never ends.
Okay, we see, yes. Yeah.
They are now commencing the 3rd overtime. What an incredibly long game. Goodness. In the half, or rather between those overtimes, players were typing to each other, discussing what hour it was where they lived. Joking that for Dosia, the sun's about to come up, because this game is going on so incredibly long. It's actually probably 2 in the morning for some of these players when this game took place. That is rough. The game goes on into the night. The smoke fails. We can see the fatigue clear in these players' playstyle. Terrace take upstairs with Nea shot. Hellraisers sort of giving the upstairs to hold positional advantages. Just Angel left. 1 versus 3. Device sneaking up behind him, shows himself just a little bit. Wow, this is tense. Oh, he could have been able to take out Zypnik. Zypnik's was low, and Zypnik's with a 4 frag. Let's get an owl vision. Zypnik throughout this entire game has been doing a really great job of holding upstairs from rafters. That's like just a great job with that. Of course, this was a T side holding off the retake, but again on CT side doing it just as well. Oh, Angel tried to peek outside, did get offed. That is shooting through the door there as well. And Device is going to be offing. Device, by the way, just hit his 60th frag in this game. Goodness. Markelov and Simple taking some time to converse here. To chat. Terrace to push. Seemed to try to time that nade stack, but it didn't work too well, since there was nobody there. Terrace have taken outside. Dosia looking to peek. Players have snuck around. Could go Hell as well. Really have, by taking that 1 pick off of Angel, opened up so many possibilities. They've taken so many positions. They can really go anywhere. They can really do anything. Kutcher, however, has snuck through and saw that there's nobody inside a lobby. Fetish inside of Hut, though. He's not aware of this. Kutcher now falling back, says they're probably outside, guys. Markelov watching. At Secret. Simple goes down to Fetish, finally. Markelov charging up. Runs through a smoke, got a little bit aggressive there, and it's just Kutcher left inside of a hut. 1 versus 2. He is able to take out Dupree, but Device stops planting that bomb. Pulls out the CZ and takes him down. Keep in mind this is post-CZ nerf, so those CZs cost 500. However, it's definitely been worth it for Device. We've seen Device get a number of critical frags with that thing. Looking like he's using the AWP-CZ combo here. Simple going to be opping outside. Let's see if we can get a op battle, an op duel between Simple and Device. Here it comes. Oh, Dupree charging out first. There's Device watching the corner. Turn off our player things there. Oh, picks off Dupree. That made Device mad. Mad enough to try to op him. Well, they've smoked off the cross now. Isn't perfect. Simple could get intel if they cross. Not looking for it, though. Device is boosted up on top of Red, though. Does take a flash. Still trying to kill Simple. And Device goes down to Markelov, who peeks out there from Hut. They do spray him down, though. That's going to be Fetish here. Playing lobby. So they've generally put, like, everybody goes outside. Fetish plays lobby. Fetish actually has 2 picks now as a result of this strategy, putting it into a 3 versus 3. Simple still up outside with the off, and it looks like they're going to abandon that. They don't really have the smokes to take it anymore, so that's not where they want to go. Hellraisers maybe want to rotate Simple out of there, just in case. Because, I mean, at this point, it seems like Dignitas should go inside. Yeah, and they are rotating Simple, so Hellraisers, very smart team. Getting Simple in a position where you can help out for whatever bomb site take is about to happen. And they're going to be taking upstairs. So here's Dosia, waiting for them to push. Where's Fetish going? Fetish pushes that ramp. They don't even care about ramp. Just gave it to him. Since they gave that position away, Tease could rotate and help out. Yeah, Terra's going to be taking downstairs now. Dosia trying to deal with it. Fetish now sitting at a 4 frag. Gets taken down by Dosia. 1 versus 2. Bomb gets planted upstairs. It was all a trap. It was all a fake. And Fetish, by himself, kills 4 players and leads the last on a merry chase. Dosia moving in. 1 versus 2. Incredible frags by Dosia as he pops up the vent, kills both of those players, Zypnix and once, and defuses this bomb. Wow. Excellent job by Dosia. There's the entry fragger we all love. Now, keeping Hellraisers in this game here. If we look at the lineups here by these teams, we have Simple over on Hellraisers. If they had a Dren instead of Simple, and on Dignitas side, if they had AZ instead of Once, I think the game would already have been over in favor of Dignitas. But as it is, and as it is with this lineup, super even. What is this? Double op. T-side. Nuke. By Dignitas. Is this going to work? Legs the player, hits just his shoulder that was peeking out, goes for the 1-2 punch with the nade. We have Device peeking outside as well. Here's Simple with the op. Angel with the auto sniper. That's in a position to rotate downstairs and go for that foot shot. Device watching it from up top. Tries to pick off Simple. After the op pick there, after the leg, has rotated back and grabbed the AK-47. Instead, Simple finally kills Device. The op battle finally commenced there, outside. Kutcher, forward position here. The smoke's going to clear fairly soon. Terrorists look like they want to push at ramp and take this position. Now they're back in lobby. Now they're going at ramp. No, they're taking upstairs. No, leaving 1 player upstairs to make some noise. That's Fetish once again. Here's Kutcher to hold it off. Oh, he can't rotate out of this. Simple is helping, though. Simple goes down. Now a 3 versus 2. Angel waiting for him downstairs with the auto sniper. Now a 1 versus 2 with Dupree. Has a player sneaking up from behind him. Gets caught throwing the flash. And Hellraisers takes yet again another point. Putting them all tied up once again. 27-27. Going into the last round of the first half of the 3rd overtime. And for some reason, my console opened. All right. Wow. What a game. The game continues on into the night, into the morning, into the next day. And it's going to be an upstairs take here by these terrorists. Either that or a fake upstairs take, because they are throwing the nades and flashes for it. It's a fake. They're going to be pushing at ramp and taking downstairs. Angel sneaks down here with the auto sniper. Wow, okay, they are able to take position there. Markelov jumps down into a pre-nade. 4 players up inside of the site. Planting that bomb. Fetish watching the rotate. Simple trades. It's not what you want to do in this situation. Where is Dosia? Oh, Markelov trying to catch Device off guard here. Device with the op. Dosia waiting for him to peek as well. We've got both sides here. Oh, Device is low. Now a 1 versus 2. Pulls out the pistol. Device could get the shot so easily here. And Dupree takes him down. And that's a 4 free from Dupree. Let's get an owl vision. Dignitas, in that half, took a 1-point advantage over Hellraisers. Still anyone's game, still very close. And let's keep a count on Device's frags. He's actually at 63 right now. We have a 60 bomb in a real professional Counter-Strike Global Defensive match. I want somebody to look up if that's the first one, if that's the highest score anyone's ever gotten in one of these things. Terrace, we're setting up for the Skylight Flash. Changed their mind. We're watching outside as well. Smoking out the Opper here. That's going to be Fetish. Lots of smokes going down. Fetish taking his spot back. The outside op position. Just Dosia creeping around outside. And here comes Dosia. Over to Secret. Dupree watching it. Turns just when Dupree is able to get the shot. T's trying to push upstairs. It's not happening. One's getting a little aggressive there. Will get killed for it, but again, it's just Simple left. He's got an ace for the win. He's got a 1v5 for the win, and it's not going to happen. Dignitas takes the lead. That's the first point there. And keep in mind in this third overtime, they need to win it. Let's see if they can make it happen. Incredibly close game, guys. Alright. Finish watching outside with that off. Zeipnik's in position. Upstairs. Hellraisers definitely taking their time. Ooh! Well, that smoke didn't happen. Dupree charges forward, gets a quick pick off of Dosia. That is huge. Definitely going to favor Dignitas there. Fetish continuing to hold off outside. Prevent these players from getting a secret, but it's not going to happen. Terrace will get the secret. Angel taking on an Opper long range. He will be successful. Excellent shooting. Markelov picking at ramp. There is a player headshot box. Whoa. Excellent shot off a Device. Now a 3 versus 3. Device seems to have slowed down here as the hours go on. Nice. Zeipnik's so good at holding off upstairs. However, Terrace not going to be trying to take downstairs? No. Markelov is downstairs. Simple by himself over at Mini. Zeipnik's watching it. Simple takes him down. Now a 2 versus 2. Once in heaven. Dupree downstairs. Terrace will elect to a take upstairs unless Simple wants to go down the vent. Oh, sees once. This is the chance. Simple moves upstairs. Dupree inside of the vents. Needs to go at Heaven's side there. Markelov charges up. Not going to be able to plant that bomb. It is a fake plant. 9 seconds left. Wow, he will get that bomb down. One's charging forward, being aggressive. 1 versus 1 against Simple. And Simple will take it. Keeping Hellraisers in this game, and that's 28 points here for Hellraisers. Coming back into this thing. Looking like they want to push this into a 4th overtime. I don't know if my voice can handle it. I don't know if the players can handle it. Look at those numbers on the scoreboard. Insane. Absolutely insane. Alright. This is probably the closest game I've ever seen of Counter-Strike Global Defensive. The single closest game. Finish watching outside with that off. Hellraisers have started to take their time and really plan these things out. They're tired of this game. They want to end it. They want to make something happen. Dosia grabs the pick. Zeipnik's to hold off ramp. Now falling downstairs. 1 CT down is going to greatly favor terrorists. Zeipnik's takes a downstairs position. Fetish runs over there to ramp. Grabs a pick with the op. And then runs away. Stinging like a hornet. Terrorists looking like they were going to take ramp. Gave up. Going to be taking upstairs. Simple. Already downstairs. He's the distraction. Keeping Zeipnik's down here. They've rotated 2 players to deal with him. That'll allow Terrace to charge upstairs. Oh, but they're getting mowed down inside of the hut. And a 2 versus 2. 1 player inside of Heaven. Markelov engaging. Takes Fetish down to 7 health. We'll be trying to plant this bomb, but here's Dupree in position. Dosia right around the corner with 12 health. Does take off Markelov, and it's just Dosia left. 1 versus 2. 12 health. Dupree at 100. Dupree's been saving a lot of these rounds. And Dupree takes it. Dignitas defusing that bomb. And putting themselves into the match point position. That's huge. Is it finally time for Dignitas to win this? Nice round from Dupree. Alright, it is match point once again. Dignitas needs one more point. Hellraisers has 2 to tie it up and push it into a 4th overtime. They've got the money. They've got the strats. Can they make it happen? This is it, guys. Match point. It all comes down to these next 2 rounds here. Of course, this is it. I mean, Dignitas has been in this situation now 3 times, have not been able to nail the final nail of the coffin in there on the Hellraisers. This is where Fetish can take his pick and then run away, stinging like a hornet. Will it happen? Smoke's down outside. Ooh, saw the gun. Is not discovered yet. Gets flashed out. That's a smart flash. And now needs to run away. 28 health left there. Butcher. Looking for that player. Smokes are down. They are able to cross. They get downstairs. Now they can do their 2-pronged attack on downstairs. They've rotated Dupree down to deal with this, using the door as cover. No blood spilled just yet. Well, there it is. Fetish takes a pick outside. Dupree engages and goes down. 1 kill for each team there. Terrorists really want to take downstairs. They don't have a lot of time. Device in position. Molotoving it off. Once mowing down 2 players. This is it. Match point. Just Dosia and Markelov left. Bomb is down. Device watching it. Now with 2 versus 3. Smoking it and running out there. There's 2 players to deal with. Oh, he grabs the bomb. Fetish is right behind him, though. Fetish misses the critical shot. There he goes, and he gets it for the win. Dignitas finally able to win this game 31-28. That game just kept on going and going. My goodness, I am completely out of voice right now, trying to speak. That was incredible. Thank you guys for suggesting this match for a cast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, folks, very much for watching. I am TheWarOwl, and I still have no closer.